All right, looking like we're coming to a close to a crazy day. Again, this is April 1st, first day of Q2 2015, and we see the ES is finally defending this area right here. And again, 2050 is a key pivotal level that we want to see if they close below. They need to gain over this 2075 and close a couple times in front of above it as well, or we definitely don't want to crack here because then you got the lower highs still going, and then you finally get a break of a low. Very, very cautious area right here. We got a shortened weekend, so don't get caught long and wrong over the weekend. We'll see what happens. Again, you have to have patience. NQ has broken below this, but did a nice, we could look at a 30-minute. We could see that we did a nice little retracement back up, but it was definitely a violent day regarding just price action and where it's going. So I'm going to drop down a 15-minute. You could just see the price action pretty much staying below these levels, but just going sideways. Again, we have to look. Even if you're looking at an intraday time frame, you could say that the trend is still giving you lower highs. It needs to break above some levels for us to get long these names. Again, we have to see how tomorrow goes. It might be a little bit up or something like that, but we have to see how this plays out. YM, again, they are trying their best to defend these levels, and we'll see what happens. Again, a buy program looked like it came in for the ES a little bit. It came in actually, it was kind of dirty actually too, so we could break this down to like a 5-minute, and it came around as 3:30 time frame. So they got it, and they look like they might hopefully push it and close it above this 2050. 2050 is still a key level. Until it gets above here, we definitely would advise caution. There's no reason to try to be a hero here at all regarding what's going on with this price action, because it is violent, and you don't want to be lazy. Again, this IWM looks pretty good. Again, it's coming, it's probably like 50% of this move. So again, if it pops up, it still has the higher lows in place. That's good. We didn't really get much leadership today. You had, I mean, it was all over the place. Apple, you had Apple was down as much as 76 cents, I believe, or something like that. So it kind of held up pretty well, considering what's going on. But you don't have much leadership as far as Amazon, still kind of looking okay. Baba, again, don't fight the trend. As far as GoPro, don't fight the trend. I don't see why people won't listen. Don't fight the trend at all. It's going to go down. It's going to break these lows. It's going to continue to the downside, and we just have to look at it like that. The Dow, again, let's look at the components that could probably make this, hold on just a second, make the Dow components look a little bit better than they are is Goldman Sachs. Again, they're holding the Dow up with this Goldman Sachs, and you have Visa as well. They're kind of holding that up with. So you got to look at the components. You got to look at price line, still closing near the lows. So again, this little pop down takes out this gap fill, and could continue. You see the high volume right there, so got to be very, very cautious with that. LinkedIn as well, still going down, but again, if it flags up, it continues in layers to this level, then I would look at a short. Again, you don't need to be a hero. IBM still in this sideways channel, and we've been talking about this for months. Look at that channel. It's still holding as regard to resistance. You got Netflix almost down $4 today from this rip up, rip down. It's very bipolar, you know, I think they call this king queen type of candle pattern. So you got to be very cautious with that. Tesla, I love the company, would not go long it. If you paid me right now, it's in the downtrend, and just don't forget where the trend is going. Oil gapped up, not gapped up, after the closing, it actually looked pretty good. So again, this might, if you had the sell signal maybe at break even and it stopped you out, we'll see how much gas they can give this, because I have to look and see if the dollar moved as well. But let's look at JDX, and we can kind of see, yes, the dollar must have been breaking down a little bit, so gold and oil are going to be rallying a little bit. So we'll look at that, and again, they're closing it, and we want to see exactly where they're going, and they're right at this 2050 area. So we want to see how this one goes and where it goes. But again, you do not need to be a hero, especially over a shortened week. If you're in positions and they're working fine, but if you're trying to guess, don't guess. Patience is what 99% of traders F up on. So we got to see how we can, and they just closed it. So we'll see how this one plays out. Take care.